Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Dire team ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Double Shaman.
Dire team pick. Radiant.
Faceless Void.
Radiant team back.
Brewmaster.
Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Double Shaman.
Dire team pick. Radiant.
Faceless Void.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team back.
Welcome back for Game 4, guys. The best of 5 is in full swing between ForTheDream and EHOME. Currently, FTD 2-1 up with a default win from the upper bracket and a win in the previous game that we just witnessed. EHOME looking a bit shaky on the old drafts, Lacoste.
They're back to their Void and Jakiro, so maybe that's their key to the victory.
10
Void
seconds
Jakiro.
remaining.
Elder Titan, banned out. Yes.
Magnus
5
banned.
seconds
Rubik
remaining.
banned.
I'm not sure what's the
10
obsession
seconds
with
remaining.
Jakiro. Really not a
Dire
big
team back.
fan of the hero in this
Radiant team back.
meta.
Dire team
It doesn't
back.
feel like it fits. We've seen a couple of Jakiros over the past 2 days. I feel like if it was a different hero, it would have been a better draft.
I don't know if it is some kind of like bias or like confirmation bias in my head, but I feel like Jakiro very often comes out as
10
a response to
seconds
Shadow
remaining.
Shaman. I don't know if it's just because they need something to match
Radiant
Shadow
team
Shaman when you
back.
push the
Dire
towers.
team
How many
back.
times did you
5
see
seconds
Jakiro
remaining.
actually pushing tower
Yeah.
these 2 days? I don't think we've seen any.
Oh, not really
Dire
ever.
team pick.
Not really ever. Darkseer, Clockwork, Magnus ETI over the FTD bans. Drow, Lone Druid, EHOME remove both over the heroes that FTD have been abusing, I guess, is
10
one way to look at it.
seconds remaining.
Centaur, Rubik, Beastmaster. The initial bans from them.
5
Then they have
seconds
Shadow
remaining.
Shaman Brew.
10 seconds remaining.
Potentially as their 4 and 5 for
Dire
FTD.
team pick. 5 seconds
EHOME's Faceless
remaining.
Void, we've seen it. Pretty versatile. Faith Beyond's played it. Ego can grab it up if he wants to. But right here, they need to decide which direction they head. Do they start picking up damage to dump into the Chrono? Do they look for that mid-game team fight? They've loved picking up heroes like Clockwork when they've got Void
10
Jakiro
seconds
as like a
remaining.
secondary hero to actually start the team fight.
5
Open
seconds
things up for the
remaining.
Jakiro to actually Ice Path inside Cogs. Outside of
Radiant
that,
team pick.
Undying.
Oh, is this the first showing of Undying in the Chinese qualifiers? I think it is.
We saw it. Oh no, we didn't see it.
Maybe they
thought
played it, yeah.
they did play it against Royal Never Give Up. So that was the lower bracket initial round, the best of 3 that EHOME defeated RNG. Game 1, they had Jakiro, Void,
10
Clockwork,
seconds
Undying,
remaining.
Sniper.
Radiant
They're starting off
team
this draft pretty similar
seconds remaining.
in that regard.
They have a lot of control for this Faceless Void with just these two heroes. Brewmaster with the split,
Dire
Shadow
team
Shaman with his spells, and
Here we
now
go.
it's Enigma time.
Now it's Enigma time.
10 seconds remaining.
So this means Brewmaster is going to be playing the position
Radiant team
5 probably.
5 seconds remaining.
And they can try lane with the Shadow Shaman. Brewmaster just contest the other lanes, maybe
Dire
help
team
Enigma at the
back.
start.
Yeah, I mean,
Dire
Tiny
team
being picked there feels like a hero that's meant to deal with Eidolons early on. So I'd assume Tiny wants to lane against the Enigma.
Yeah,
Radiant
feels like it.
team back.
And then maybe you have the Jakiro with him. As Kunkka gets banned out now,
Radiant
FTD
team
answering
pick.
Tiny with a Terrorblade. Chrono, currently, the only real way to deal with that TB and his
Dire team
illusions.
back.
I feel like if they grab an OD, or if they grab maybe OD is a bit too greedy.
10
Enigma OD
seconds
Terrorblade.
remaining.
They need something that's more active
Radiant
early on.
team back. 5 seconds remaining.
I could have Dragon Knight worked out.
Dragonite, yeah.
We always end up in that position, right?
Like
If it's-
Dragonite always feels good.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's last pick. You need a playmate. I think it used to be Puck. Dragonite's kind of taken the Puck in that regard. It's like, oh, you needed like a playmakey, you know, active mid-hero. Dragonite, you know, he brings to the table tower push, sustainability, tankiness. He's a bastard on the
10
front lines.
seconds remaining.
And Puck really isn't a hero anymore, sadly enough.
5
I've seen some
seconds
Puck,
remaining.
and I feel that Puck is getting a lot of hate, but the hero's still playable.
Have they fixed the input delay with jaunting? You know, sometimes if you press jaunt, it's like, huh?
So,
What? you pressed the hotkey? Sorry?
and this is a good ban. They don't want Tinker to stall this game.
Ah, that's a nice one. I think it would have been a good lane matchup against pretty much anything FTD pick. Sick against the Terrorblade as well.
10 seconds remaining.
What do EHOME need? If we are looking at Tiny
Radiant
against
team
Enigma,
pick
that means
5
Void is going to be in the
seconds
off lane.
Yeah, but they could still swap things around because they have a last pick. So I guess they're discussing, since there's an OD in the pool, like what do they want to pick? There's still Dazzle. They want to go for it. Like mid Dazzle
10
would be
seconds
great.
remaining.
Am I seeing correctly? Dazzle's not banned out.
Dire
What?
team pick.
Yeah,
5 seconds
completely
remaining.
ignored.
All right, so they decided to go for OD themselves. I guess they were discussing if we pick Dazzle, then they get OD. So they were kind of blocking a couple of picks with an OD. I'm just thinking if EHOME wants to get that sniper, like just outrange them. They have no gap closers.
There it
Choose
is.
your hero. Dire team
We
pick.
get ourselves a sniper. ASD. Gonna pick that one up. Did we see EHOME? We definitely saw Team Root playing this, right? Super was playing a fair amount of sniper. Yeah, EHOME picked it up against RNG, against an OD. So they have played it before, and they know this matchup. I think in the Chinese
Choose
qualifiers
your
so
hero.
far, Sniper has won every game he's played against an OD. So we're going to game 5. That's the plan here.
Depends. Since you have Enigma as an off lane, it means that one of the supports is going to be more active. So if you can just use the Astral, it means Sniper is dead if there's no reaction. And they're going to have a hard time initiating the fights with their lineup. Jakiro, Undying, Faceless Void, they're great at grouping up. But the only one who can do things is Tiny. So if they can delay Tiny's Blink Dagger, that's gonna be great.
This Brewmaster is going to have a real nice time roaming from lane to lane, it feels like. QIQX and Y both dressed up in some mining gear, getting ready to go down into the tunnels. Well, away we go. Game 4. FTD leading 2-1 in this best of 5 up against EHOME. Start things off with Faded up top. YRG on the OD behind the TB. Mid lane, We have QY and James, the Brew, and the Shadow Shaman so far. And Chan Chan. The Enigma heads down towards bottom. We're expecting here OD just to shift into mid, and they'll decide where they want their two supports to go if they get any additional information. As EHOME have Y on the Undying, Ego the Void, ASD on the Sniper, Faith Beyond Tiny, and we have Jiang An, Destiny, Fate, Jakiro. Doesn't feel like the best of heroes to put him on. I'm a big fan of his Clockwork, his Sand King, all of these kind of active roaming fours were his wheelhouse back in the day.
Yeah, I have a job for you, Gary. Check how many games did Jakiro lose in the Chinese qualifier.
You do it.
I'm scratching my knee.
Oh yeah. Scratch.
So just keep looking and give me an exact number. A nice wraparound from OD and Shadow Shaman. They just want to secure their lanes. So Enigma is the one being at the bottom alone. Why? Are you still looking, Gary?
Yeah,
I'll always give you a hard job.
This is very difficult. Right, you don't want to know wins, you want to know losses.
Yes.
Right, there's one.
30 seconds begins.
Oh, block from the Master.
2.
So it's gonna be 2 for 2.
I only see 2 losses.
And that's it. No wins.
He's got a couple of wins, but you didn't ask me to count them, so I'm not gonna.
Alright.
Why do we have a tri-lane top? What's happening? Oh, it's a Terrorblade.
I mean, it's an Enigma bottom, so
No need to.
he's fine. They just want a Tiny with the tree grab against Eidolons.
He's putting down all of his Christmas decorations as well. So bot lane Tiny against Enigma. 1 versus 1 natural there. ASD Sniper against YRG OD in the mid. And then we have Tri versus Tri top. Y on the Undying, just giving it the old dance around. James's Shadow Shaman battling.
Oh, Undying loves Tri lanes. It means that he's gonna hit a double decay, maybe even triple decay. So, especially early on, you need to be careful about positioning, and then we can see Shadow Shaman just dodging this Tri lane, going back to the bottom to pull the creep wave, which is pretty smart. We need to see the mid lane. Look at Sniper. Sniper 1 CS.
Wow. 4 and 2 on the OD.
If OD gets this kind of a great start, Sniper is not that good of a counter to an OD. Yes, as levels goes by, I expect the Sniper not to get points in Shrapnel, just get headshot, take aim, and then get it maybe on level 5.
But yeah, if the situation's reversed and Sniper's the 174 and the OD is 2 and 1, that's when Sniper completely stomped this lane.
Yeah, but the OD is bringing some extra region and already has a circlet, and is bringing as well another mantle, so he's gonna have an easy time last hitting in this lane. Also got himself earlier to level 3, which means that he's gonna keep spamming that Astral.
Did a bit of a mana back as well. And Sniper has pushed that wave in to the tier 1. Down bottom. Faith Beyond getting shoved away by James as he does press forward. Innocence dying, not really able to accomplish there. And QY will get a very nice pull across there. Cuts the creep wave. He'll deny out the range creep more likely than not. And even pressuring the Jakiro away from any thoughts of contesting with the help of that Terrorblade reflection as well. A decent chunk of damage onto Jackie.
So Undying was forced to go bottom, but they didn't block the pull. So Shadow Shaman is just gonna try to do it again. Now he needs to do it manually.
Get in there. Body block it. 3 minutes in. QY still playing around with his wolf in the Jakiro. Terrorblade currently 11-7. And Void 7-6, struggling to find a decent amount of farm in the early stages of this laning setup. There's a point of shrapnel there for the Sniper. OD with a quick little Astral. Equilibrium popped on. Glyph from the Dire team, is that just for the mid creep wave?
I think so, yeah. There's nothing happening on the top lane nor bottom. He's gonna flask up. Once he has another astral, if he can get close. Depends. They need to rotate one of the heroes. If they can score a kill on sniper, that would be pretty big.
I need someone to rotate in though. That's the difficulty. Y is being 1v1'd by the Shadow Shaman right now. Forced away from the bottom lane. Tiny, he's been doing a pretty damn good job killing off these Eidolons in the app. There's another couple.
He's gonna keep chasing. He has 30 more move speed and a lot of
punch.
A lot of punch, yes.
Punch.
Another DK.
Zap. Shackle. Is that one more? Oh, he needs one more punch. Two more here, right?
Punch and shockwave. Yes.
Ah, he's got the ether shock. You're right.
Ether shock. Yes.
Shockwave. He's a Magnus now. I guess we see him empowered so often. Here's
oh yeah. That's why I made the mistake.
Absolutely. I'm giving you an out there. Don't you worry. So top lane Void catching up and overtaking the Terrorblade in CS, even though he was significantly behind. Some way, somehow. This top lane starting to work out for EHOME. 5-minute bounty runes are coming up though. Brewmaster spotted by the Undying with the tombstone there. Brew gonna give up on the bounty rune. Goes for the TP as well. That's a nice little move. Gets him away from danger. As EHOME get all 4. And it's a double bottle on the bounty rune for the Tiny.
Oh yeah, I think Brewmaster could have actually got one of the runes and TP out instead of running on the high ground, since they don't have no stuns. 3 raid bans on sniper on a mid lane.
Mid lane all of a sudden very hard for the OD. This game is a game of farming. Look, everyone's got very nice CS. Core to core. Plenty of denies being shared out across the board as well. And with a laning stage like this, who do we favor coming out of the laning stage and making these first rotations?
I think both teams don't care about playing it late game. You have Faceless Void, Sniper, and then there's Enigma, Pete, and best not late game every Pete, but as extreme well.
Might old. Deep is that black iron. I thought of some breath. Here, but
pretty also PDD is the actual
freaks very other just up by this 10 seconds deep to immediately jump.
See, this not that killed. So in drop, so he can't die. Even got himself a magic wand.
Like you were mentioning after the draft, this Tiny up against these Radiant heroes, the ability to completely catch and kill a number of them. They've not shut him down at all. Well, Y does get found by James QY and faded up towards top. But Tiny's timing on this blink is going to be spectacular.
And he went for phase boot, so he has a really nice time chasing these Eidolons. Kill potential is also going to increase.
OD trying to stick around in mid lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
His Tranquil Boots coming out shortly. Everywhere you look though, there's an EHOME hero ready and waiting to strike. I mean, Yeah, top lane. Chrono's in from Ego. Quick and easy kill on James. Bottom lane, Faith Bian continues farming and shoving. Mid lane, they're trying to wrap around with the help of Jakiro. Sniper can't really get in on top of YRG. They will assassinate and do a good chunk of damage. Still no kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What's the answer from FTD? They're losing out very heavily and very quickly. The acceleration of EHOME has been surprising for me.
Yeah, I've said during the draft that if they pick OD, it's going to be really hard for them to play an early game. It's super greedy, and we can see why. Terrorblade falls back to the jungle. Sniper doing way better than OD, but still so hard to play because Enigma can't really move.
And what is Enigma buying here? So Sol Ring's up. Crimson Guard is queued.
Yeah, he should just tank up.
Crimson
Crimson Guard, Mech, Blink, then upgrade to Guardian Dreams, I think.
His net worth is much lower than I expected. 2,500, 2,600. Now, when we were looking at that CS, yeah, he has fallen behind quite a bit. Tiny with 73. Net worth 4,300. Void, Mask of Madness nearly done as they smoke from mid and head to bot. And there's the OD. Spotted up. Gets an Astral onto the Jakiro. Gonna go in for a couple of hits, but the Undying ready with a Tombstone. FTD, the Brewmaster, will be lost. Nobody from EHOME's dead just yet. In comes Chan looking for a black hole. He's gonna catch one. The Sniper is the lone hero inside that ulti. As Ego and Y, they dodge to the right. They come back for the kill, and another one on the OD.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Messy stuff from FTD.
Yeah, there's a lot of slow. This Jakiro Undying, it was a popular combo a couple of years ago because you can't hit the Tombstone. That's the thing. Jakiro has liquid. Ice Path, even though they had a high ground advantage, there was a ward coming out from EHOME, so they saw a little bit what was happening. They saw them approaching, and OD can't really fight this early on. Maybe he could have saved himself if he used Astral, buy some more time. This way he just died to dual breath.
It's a very suggestive picture that's being drawn by this observer ward, by the way.
It's a peace sign.
Yeah, sure. Just got a long sausage of vision. That jungle. Tier 1 bottom. There we go. Jakiro. Level 3 liquid fire.
Jakiro got second last hit. He took the mid tower as well.
He's getting everything. Look, he got the kill on the... Oh, shoot. Come on, scroll. No, the scroll bar's broken. Cool, I guess. Come on, if things could just work. Yeah, he killed the OD, Arcane Rune, Bounty Rune, Tower kill, and you say he got the Tower kill earlier on as well. Yeah, there it is. Slaying them all in the black hole. Not gonna... Oh, the black hole. The Chrono comes out from Ego, catching the person with the black hole. Enigma dead for 30 seconds, and another tower here going to be claimed by EHOME, it looks like. Top lane, OD. Feels like he's trapped in the middle of Tiny Undying. He's got baited just behind him, so feeling reasonably safe. But this game is slipping away from FTD so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, usually Terrorblade would come out of the jungle and just start playing with a team, but the problem is he doesn't have anyone to play with. Tiny has an amazing timing on a Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
12 minutes in. That's the only initiation they need. Once you pick up these supports who don't have any kind of a control, any way to start a fight, the Jakiro, Undying, you need to have an offlaner that has a stun, a reliable stun.
I'm a big fan of this. Mask of Madness into Desolator Sniper. Blightstone is that nice little value item. And as if they hadn't taken enough objectives already, these towers are going to start crumbling. Brewmaster lagging behind, trying to close in on level 6. All that primal split like you're looking for, just some kind of chaos, some kind of stuns. Anything to throw into these fights, because right now, everyone's being run at.
Saw that one coming.
Terrorblade had a very quiet game as well. Just going to TP back to the safer farming areas. I say safer. OD's being hunted and chased down in this area. Caught, killed. Oh, well, they'll collect another. QY burnt down. within an inch of his life. That urn and the toss forward. Oh, it's so easy for EHOME.
is under attack.
He didn't want to pop the ulti there. There's no reason to it. It's way too long of a cooldown. They're just pressuring the top tower with Enigma and Shadow Shaman. Look at Shadow Shaman's HP. That's a dead Shaman, I think. Urn.
Pops the wand.
Soul Rip on the wave.
Oh, Shadow Shaman's too quick. The Tranquil Boots kick in. This Enigma, what's happened?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Enigma should do better against the Tiny. Definitely a Tiny favored matchup.
Yeah.
Still. Oh, Tiny's gonna grab himself a Region Rune.
Dire's top tower
They
has
love
been
this
denied.
ward. They have a vision around this area because they know Terrorblade is gonna farm there. He needs the jungle. Also Enigma recover a little bit.
It's pretty much catching glimpses of every Radiant hero as everyone's farming jungle. Everybody's grouped up together. FTD seem to realize they need to stick to their guns, hold hands, play as 5. EHOME though, everything at the ready now. Tombstone level 4. Ego has the chrono.
Are scanning.
They are absolutely prepared to start this fight. And QY walks high ground, pops the brawler, runs away, sprinting out of range of Y, but in comes Faith Beyond. A quick save with the Amstrad onto the Shadow Shaman, but it sets up for the Macropire Ice Path. Double-edged sword as in comes Ego, still looking for the chrono. Chanchan and YRG, they've got to go full retreat mode here. OD with a TP gets out safely. EHOME, they do get 1 kill. It might just be another one here as Brewmaster not TPing out.
Oh, he almost did it. Hands in the air. Nothing happened.
But he did care.
Yeah. I like the build on Void. The Maelstrom just for maximum damage output. That's really good against the TB in general, considering he's sitting on 30 armor. So magical damage from Maelstrom. Also some AoE for his illusions. Now he's building towards a BKB.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad he didn't go for the Battle Fury.
Yeah.
He had it queued up for a while. This is much snappier, much faster of a build. Faith Beyond blinking forward aggressively, and they find the Brewmaster. Still not getting any big primal splits out of that boy. 4-11. EHOME, they are cruising to victory at this point. It really does seem to be that these drafts swinging one way or the other. FTD still with some decent comeback potential though. Enigma Black Hole always a threat. But look at this, Faith Beyond, Invis and Hunting. He walks straight past the Enigma. 1300 HP. He's like, I'm never going to kill him. I'll go on the Shadow Shaman instead. James though with a turnaround shackles. How long is he going to last? A second? 2 seconds? Oh, the Black Hole. Chanchan, he's caught the Tiny here. Still, Avalanche is going to get thrown out. And Enigma probably regretting his choices at this point. One more shrapnel, not even needed. ASD just clears him up.
I mean, that Black Hole, you're not gonna kill that Tiny. If you're hesitating, you need Shadow Shaman to cast some of the spells, so you just use it right away. This game is just falling apart for FTD.
Is under attack.
That's a chrono from Ego. Finding that OD kill bottom.
Radiant structures
Falling
are
apart doesn't
fortified.
feel like it cuts it anymore.
Radiant's
This
top
game
tower is under attack.
really does feel completely over. I mean, even if you get into a decent team fight here for FTD, you just lacking damage. Terrorblade has Yasha Dragonlance making a BKB. OD with just a Kaya on top of his triple
Dire's
nulls.
middle tower is under attack.
Seemingly very lackluster. And then it's going to be the battle of BKBs against BKBs. The Dire will get theirs first, inevitably.
And they have no gap closing hero against the sniper. This is a free sniper game.
Yeah, especially with Enigma not getting a dagger, right? And Brew being position 5, there is no way to get on top of the sniper. There is a way to get on top. Why? Or if he gets a haste rune. little speedy piggy, but he won't grab it up. He does pop his wand there. Gets a soul rip off. He's looking dead. That attack, if it had missed, maybe gives him a chance. But look at that.
You're not
look at that.
during the avalanche. And clockwork
Well, they do turn around for the Hero. YRG, they're battling away. They just killed off the sniping pack. Okay, is this it? FTD, they're fighting a fight that can win. They're moving in. 3 kills in a row. Brewmaster, the only one that's dropped. And Tiny is in trouble. YRG is still here looking for the Astral to set up and follow through on this kill. And blink. Away he goes. Avalanche nicely done. Will slow Jane's advance, so there is no actual shackle.
Trankles and check his mana. And he wouldn't die to toss. It's only level 2 toss. But I don't know why Sniper is in melee range and they're fighting where they don't have any vision.
And like so Jakiro runs up this way to try and backstab. Tiny blinks up here to try and backstab. And then Sniper's left alone with the rest of the Radiant heroes just like, yeah? You've got no force staff, you've got no nothing. How do you escape from this? Well, Enigma also suffering from a very similar problem. How does he escape from this? Chased down by 4 very angry EHOME heroes. After losing a fight like that, they want revenge and they will get it.
They know there's a black hole. Easily just go for a Roche right now. There's level 4 Liquid Fire, Tombstone is ready, and Sniper is more than enough. His gonna drop.
Little Santa.
I'm so glad as well. Didn't forget about it.
But in Dota 1, picked up Aegis, your hero got a hat,
yeah.
Right? They don't have that in this game. Or do they? Well, there's the hat. It's floor. But did it say that? No. Never mind. It's there.
It's gone.
Oh, come back. I want to inside. Why can't I see it? How can I see everything else but not that?
Look inside.
It's Vanta Black.
Because he used the black hole there.
Ah.
Can't see anything. Light doesn't go.
Very clever. Brewmaster
Top tower.
There pushing out. Got blink on. But we'll see, depending on this next team fight, because EHOME, they are the ones with the 8. Liquid Fire level 4, and away we go. Tier 3 being broken. Did he miss on the Liquid Fire hit? So, OD with the Shadow Shaman, but Faith Beyond Viz, 2-man Avalanche toss, and Chrono. 2 heroes gone. FTD, they lose out immediately. Brewmaster did final slip for this, but the Undying Tombstone keeps him at bay, and the Ice Path landing on that Enigma will take him down. EHOME, we're going to game 5, Lacoste.
Who would have guessed?
Radiant structures are fortified.
I mean, they're still playing their late meta. Check, where is he?
Where's Mr.
20
TB?
seconds.
20 seconds. They've killed the catapult. Step 1. Mission accomplished. We got him. Now the Brewmaster trapped inside that Ice Path. But in comes Faith Beyond looking for the finish. Avalanche toss will clear him up. Reflection's good though. It's a lot of damage from Faded. Going in towards EHOME. They will begin to reverse gear. Back up onto the high ground for now. They killed off the tier 3, but the racks still stand.
There's no way to start a fight inside of FTD. They need to wait for EHOME to do, and then they just counter-react. Shadow Shaman actually has a Blink Dagger right now, so maybe that's the play.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to do. Come in behind, Shadow Shaman Blink, get the Hex. But Faith Beyond with a very, very fortunate invis.
They have no burst damage whatsoever.
How do we get into this fight? It's no BKB, only Vanguard, and they're incredibly poor. BKB is faded. Sunder at the ready, throws it in onto wide. Burn down, kill the tombstone, and well, that's high ground defended for now. But it goes Faith Beyond, easy peasy.
Look at the wraparound, Gary.
The wraparound. This is a reach around, coming all the way through that top lane. very delayed. Jumping, certain walls, but the instant Yules. Oh, dearie me. No Hex, no Shackles, no OD. He's gone, and GG's will arrive. Black Hole on the 2. Okay, they got the sniper, but that's the Asian model being popped now as EHOME. They fall back to high ground, and they're looking for the reinitiation. Ice Path there to save the sniper's life. The toss inside with the avalanche over, and FTD. FT dead. Triple kill AST. Turn it into a GG because I think this game is over.
Yeah, this game's definitely over. They used every single buyback, and now...
Go on, Terrorblade! 1v4!
We use a melee range Terrorblade. Let's go. Reflection level 4. This Jakiro setting up so many kills with Dual Scepter into Spad. Alright,
let me help you, FTD. Shift, enter, GG, enter. Good job, boys. Game 5 is coming up. Of course, we go to Game 5. Oh.
You guys should just listen. Every time we cast qualifiers for ESL, it always goes to Game 5. If it's best of 3, it goes to Game 3. It's not easy.
Oh, to be clear, I'm not complaining about going to Game 5.
No.
It's the 2-hour break that's messed with my head a little bit.